This song is very easy to predict. I guess that's what I get for basic... I got achievements? That's weird. That's what I get for choosing royalty-free music. Stop buzzing, bruh! Don't do that. Okay. Sup. Okay. Let's do this. This one's gonna be interesting. So... he sucks. He's so boring to look at. Look at this loser. But what's interesting about him is on the picture here, he's like glowing, and I ain't too excited about that, cause there isn't anything that's glowing on him. There's just like light, and I don't know why. I gotta like. It's easier if there's something that is glowing, so that I actually know what to paint. But that's not the problem for today. So that's a problem for later. Because right now, I am just going to paint him. Oh my gosh, an ad? Really? We just started. I needed... Okay, for the goodness of our people, could you just not? There, let's try that. For the good of the nation. Okay, I'm going to base most of the cloak in... Where's my brush? In the Dark Naggaroth Night. And the front of the cloak, I'm going to paint with Xeria's purple. Because... That's weird. Because that's where the bright stuff is, so that makes total sense. It's just to start the highlights before I actually do the highlights, just to give it a bit of a base color. And hopefully that might even make a difference. I'm not positive, but it might. Okay, I don't want to use the big brush. We're going to use the small brush. Here we are again with the super bright up here. That's irritating. I feel like I should have primed him with the intent of there being bright there. Like, I could have done the brightest white highlights, like right here with the white primer. I just didn't, because I was too busy just priming people. I should finish priming my other two. I got two more out there that I'm currently priming, and I gotta finish those up today. This is interesting. Hard to control where the paint's going. Not super excited about this guy, because, like, look at him. He's just a warlock. Like, there's nothing too interesting about him. I just want to get him painted so I can do the reference thing. Because I'm redoing miniatures that I did, like, years and years ago. And then this is one of them. All the Talisman miniatures are ones that I'm redoing. So I have painted them all once before. And this is just me doing them better. And of course it's going to be better, but it's just boring to look at. So it's just going to be that way. Okay. Oh, I missed a little bit on the side here. Of course it's going to look better because when I painted them before, I didn't have any clue what a highlight was. So I just used base colors, and wow, it looked really, really bad. If you want to see the actual what it looked like, you can go to my Instagram. I think it's just @BeholderPaints. it's fairly basic that way. Okay, so my plan here... Okay, I screwed it up already. The super bright stuff is going to be right in the middle there. So I'm going to paint here and here in my dark purple. And then all the rest of that is going to be Xerius purple. I think I'll do these as well on the dark purple. I can just highlight them later. It's just weird that there's no actual object for the object source lighting. It's not good. It's definitely unique. Yeah, that's the word for it. Unique. There. And Xerius purple is just a little bit brighter, so it'll just give us a start of the highlights. I'm gonna do the same with the red part, but not the face, I don't think. It looks a bit weird with the tone, but I'll wet blend it in. And I am going to be highlighting the Naggaroth Knight with this, so hopefully that'll work. That actually looks pretty good. It's a good base highlight. I can wet blend in some of the Xerius purple in just right here, just as a start. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a good start. And the red, I'm going to base it in Chaotic Red, and then the brighter spots are going to be Mephiston Red. Where's my Chaotic Red? Oh, it's right in front of me, as it always is. So Chaotic Red, right here, and then Mephiston Red where the Xerius purple is. Okay, that's a good start. Now that has to dry, so I'm going to base all of the skin in just Bugman's Glow, and then it'll get super duper bright later. I don't think I'm going to be doing zenithal highlights at all. There's going to be some tiny ones on the back of the robe, but that's about it. The rest of it's just going to be, this is going to be super dark, and then this will be where all the light is. So the hands are probably just going to stay Bugman's Glow color. Or the back of the hands, anyway. The front of the hands are going to get really bright. Going to be using a lot of Corpse Pale, I think. I gotta get more off-whites. Stop messaging me! Gotta mute my computer. Mute. His hands are freaking massive. Oh, I accidentally painted some of the hand purple. That's why that looked so weird. Like, his hands are huge! It's like when an artist is like, yeah, I can draw hands, and then the hands are like 3 times bigger than they're supposed to be, but they're really detailed. Then the rest of the picture is just like so bad. But the hands look fantastic. The Warlock's also got this fancy goatee. I don't know why. But I know it's gonna suck to do. It's also got a neck. Can't forget about the neck. Perfect. He's got a tiny little medallion there that I will base. You know what? I'm just gonna use greedy gold on it. I'm trying to stray away further from metallic paints, but when it's that small, it's not worth it. If it's small enough that I can dip the brush in the top of the paint container, then it's not worth it. He's also got the necklace around his neck, but it's very small. Looks like the snitch. It doesn't look anything like the picture. The picture's a triangle. And there's just some touch-ups I gotta do with the dark purple, and then I just have to wait for him to dry, so I guess I'd probably start... I could start Dragonborn. I got a lot of minis over here that I just can work on. I've got that bee here. I don't want to paint it, but I have to eventually. Just gotta do the touch-ups before I forget. Because I will. If you just do a second layer on the lowest parts and in the crevices of the robe, it'll give it a bit of a shadow. But you don't want too much of one because that will cause problems. It won't look right. The lining of a hood is always the most stressful part. Actually, that's a lie. The most stressful part is usually the eyebrows, but before you do the tiny details, the lining of the hood sucks. Accentuate the shadows a bit. And I want the Xerius purple to not have gone so far down, because down here is where it's going to be pretty dark, but up here I'm just going to fill in the recesses in the robe. Of course the wash is going to do that as well, but that's happening later. That might be the best I can do for this second right now. No, I will go do a second Xerius purple section. Because it's pretty thin and I don't want it to be that thin. I can be a bit more careful with it now. And it's okay if it looks a little weird right now, because we're going to be blending it in once we do the wash part. I just think it looks a little too thin right now, so I thought I'd do a second coat. Is it lined black? Oh, it is! Oh, that's no good. Oh, I almost knocked my water all over everything. That would have sucked a lot. I just realized he's got black lining on the cloak. I don't want to do that, but now I have to, because I pointed it out. Where's my black? I'll just use the Abaddon black. Okay. This will also be highlighted, so it's probably not going to be black once I'm done with it. Can you see this? There. Yeah, see, it does look a kind of bit weird on the camera, but it will look better later. Jeez, my stomach will not shut up today. Sucks. It's just mad. Sorry, I don't have much to talk about today because there's no one watching. It'd be a lot more fascinating commentary if I had consistent viewers. But for right now, it's just, here, look at me paint this thing. But that is kind of fun. I love doing this. Give me something to look forward to. Oh, frick. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can scrub that off with a damp brush. Oh, it does work. I guess I can. Huh. That worked surprisingly well. I do want to do another layer of the chaotic red though. Because it's really thin down there. And it's not very dark. And I kind of wanted to maximize the depth. Maybe I should darken it. Some black. Maybe. Maybe later. Okay, that's the best I can do with him for now. So, I guess I could move on to the Behir. I could start working on that. I kind of wanted to make it look like an Eastern dragon. So it'll be all red with yellow spikes. Ugh, what does an Eastern dragon look like? Hang on. That's not how you spell east. Eastern. It's hard to spell sideways and with one hand. Okay. See if I can find a stereotypical one. Ooh, those are pretty. Oh yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. Okay. It's gonna suck because I don't have a proper holder for it. Honestly, the Warlock already looks better than he was before. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if I can do this. There we go. Now, the thing about the Behir over here, this is what it looks like right now. Because if I glue it together, it's physically impossible to paint. So, I kind of gotta paint it in bits. But no one worry about that at all. Also, it came in so many pieces that there's going to be these huge mold lines. Like, look at that. That is trash. But I can't fix it. I've got green stuff, but it's not going to work. Because it never works. So this is just going to look bad. But don't worry about it. I really want these things to look good, but they never do. Look at this stupid head. Look at that. It doesn't even... And the black primer is getting on my hands. Everything is garbage. I'm going to start with this. Let's start with the base. We're going to start with the base and see what happens. Does this sticky tack work for this? Whoa, it's bendy. Why is it so bendy? Can I do this? Yeah, sure. It's good enough. Okay, cool. I'm going to base it in Mephiston Red because it gets really bright. I could just use some extreme washes later. But I'm going to base all of the scales in Mephiston Red. I need a big brush. This is a big dude. Is that a big brush? That's relatively big. Ooh, bigger brush. Yes. Big brush. This isn't very thin, but it's fine. At this point, I don't care. There's going to be a lot of dry brushing with highlighting this guy. I'm not looking forward to this at all. And I'm just gonna paint the ground while I'm painting the arms because I'm gonna finish the ground properly later. So, again, that's a problem for future me. Honestly, I'll probably just base it in a texture paint again and give it a wash because I'm really basic that way. Okay, but this I have to be careful with because there's so many scales and there's so much detail that if I use too much paint, it will fill it up. And that is something I desperately don't want to do because this mini is really pretty. It's just terrible for painting. And Behirs are supposed to be blue, I know. But this one's going to be an Eastern Dragon. And this is going to be a lot of bright colors. Because Eastern Dragons are like red, and then the spikes are going to be yellow, and then the horns are going to be yellow, and like there's gold stuff. This is taking me back to when I first painted a... What was it? I think it was a red dragon from Rising Sun. That was one of my first commissions that I ever did. I think it was my first commission. And it sucked, but I still got paid. And it was great, and I really want to redo it, and I want that guy to message me so I can keep painting his stuff, because his minis are gorgeous, and I'm broke. That's weird. It's got spikes. That's cool. It's got floor spikes. I'm gonna have to paint around those when I'm doing the base. That's gonna suck. Whoever designed this miniature is a monster. I should probably zoom this out, because this is big. There. Is that better? See, that's, again, this is a future me problem. I'm just painting these spikes. Future me is going to deal with the base, not present me. hate looking at that. Can I fill it in? Whoa, I can. That actually worked. I mean, it's not invisible, but it looks better now. What color is the tail? Doesn't really show. I'm gonna make it blue. It's gonna transition into blue over there. We're gonna do that after. Now I gotta do the inside part. Ugh. Oh, look at all these problems that future me is gonna have to deal with. Sucks for him, I guess. Or them, I suppose. This is gonna look great when it's actually put together. I put together as much of it as I could, but the thing is, I physically couldn't paint it if it was all actually just put together. What did that mean? Oh, okay, cool. Like, I physically couldn't get any kind of brush into the inside if it was all put together properly because of how many arms the thing has. Stop. I keep hitting the microphone with my brush, I'm sorry. I wonder if I can find a red tone, like a red wash. That'd be nice. I would like one of those. Let's see, I'm gonna update the stream name. Whoops. And here. Gotta update that. So now we're painting a Warlock and a Behir, because I can just change the stream name on the fly, because we're doing it live. Wow. Technology is amazing. I think everything else is going to be an issue, because I can't really put them on a holder, I don't think. Okay, how many cracks and crevices did I miss? I know it's probably a lot. I'll probably head over to like a game place soon and order myself a red wash. I'm sure Citadel has one of those. Or Army Painter, either one. Okay, so that's that. Fantastic. That's that one. And now I have two others to do. But this sucks. But the chest is going to be a different color, so I'm just going to hold it like this. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I'm going to give the Warlock a wash, because he's dry now. So I'm just going to give him a quick dark tone wash. Just super fast here, because then I'll just let him dry. Going to be super dark down there. And super dark over here. Should probably use a strong tone on the skin, but I'm not. I'm just not. Usually you use tones on different colors depending on what color it is and like what kind of like place on the color wheel it holds. Like dark tone goes with anything because it's just black, but strong tone is more brownish, so it'll go with things on the brown spectrum such as, you know, brown and leather and skin tones. But I'm just going to use black. I want it to be pretty deep on the back, though. A couple of layers in the darkest areas. Did I even wash that section? There, that's super dark now. Perfect. There. So I'm just gonna pluck him off. He's gonna sit over there. And he's gonna dry. And then I will continue on the Behir. I wonder if that's how you pronounce it. I honestly couldn't tell you. Come on. Here we go. What the? Oh, I dropped my brush. Behir! Okay. Red, where are you? Here you are. So I'm just gonna do the scales on the back first, because I have to hold it by the arms. And then once that dries, I can hold it by something else, and then paint the arms. I wish I had gotten one of those mini pieces holders, but it would only be good for like this many, so I don't want to waste the money on it. This is a very specific circumstance. I'm looking at constructed minis before I buy them now. I'm not just like, oh cool, that Behir looks awesome, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna be like, okay, how would this be if I painted it? Because I'm running into that issue a lot lately. If you saw my Mimic one, then, you know, the inside of the mouth was a travesty. I think I'm going to start posting these daily to my channel. See, even right there, this is assembled, and it's a piece of it, and I can barely reach. Look, there's a crevice right in there. That's so irritating. Okay, I can paint this arm. This Behir designer deserves to be fired. Like, Reaper Mini looked at this thing and they were like, oh, that's really cool, we should definitely put that on the market so we can sell it to people who paint miniatures. I'm sure they won't mind. I thought that was going to be Burn from Hamilton for a second. That was weird. If I had an airbrush, I'd definitely be using it to paint this whole thing red, just as a starting, just to make it easier on me. But airbrushes are expensive, and I don't know how to use them. I think this is going to look alright once it's done, though. I'm just never going to want to paint it again. There will be no glow up in 5 years for the Behir, thank you very much. I'm wrecking this brush, though, so that's great. This is hard. Okay, well that's most of it. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I can just paint the rest of it later. I missed some spots, hang on. I can finish the last 2 legs on this piece once the rest of this dries, because now I can grab it on the painted legs. Obviously that's how it works. Okay, you're going over there now. And the final piece, this stupid thing. His head's also red, which is cool. Look at how neat he looks. He's a dragon. That's how I got the idea to paint him as an Eastern dragon, because he looks like a dragon. Look at me explaining my systems and how I do things. I'm such a good streamer. Painted him as a dragon because he looks like a dragon. Aren't I smart? And here I go again with my let's paint things as wrong as they can be system. I like that system. It's my favorite system. I'm just gonna paint the whole face red. There will be no detail work right now. That is once again future me's problem. I like putting my problems on future me. They don't mind. Stab the brush down his throat. Sorry. You think miniatures come alive in Toy Story? Are these toys? Would they come alive in Toy Story? That would make sense, right? Then would they feel being painted? Would they like being painted? Would being painted change their personality at all? These are the important questions that Pixar never gives us the answer to. I don't know how much more I can get done today. A lot of this might have to wait until next stream, because my Warlock has to dry, and this thing has to dry, and there's a lot of drying that has to happen, and that can't happen in an hour. I have to wait a long time. Let me just paint my fingers real quick, that's fine. And get them covered in black primer, because for some reason, that just sticks to my fingers, and I honestly don't know why. Try to fill in these gaps with pure paint, and it works. And I still don't know how. Stuff the paintbrush down his throat. And you know what? That's all we're doing for that. I think that's all we're doing for the stream, actually. I think that's all we got time. What, the Pixar thing? Yeah. Or I don't know what you were talking about, but everything that I'm saying so far has been a horrifying thought. I have a picture here that I'm going to use for reference, so I'm just going to be using that from now on. But I don't think I can paint anything else today, because everybody's got to dry fully, and I don't want to mess anybody up. Excuse me. And also, I'm very tired. I'm just not super in the painting mood currently. Excuse me, but I will be here Wednesday, Monday, and Friday from 1 to 2, and I gotta stretch. Thank you for joining me on this, on the 10-minute power hour. Whoa, what did I do? I can do that. Whoa, hey guys, check this out. Did that do something on the stream? Hang on. It did! Whoa! Whoa! That's so cool! I didn't think that would happen live. Whoa! Oh, that's so cool! Oh, that's awesome. It's completely useless to me, but it's cool. Okay, I'm done. Where's the off button? Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.